Good morning, people. Hello, people. I've just cut the intro out because I don't like it. So I cut the intro out. Welcome to this week's show. And on this week's show, we are covering the following. We're covering pictures of the week, climate, markets, BTC, precious metals, news, Nomad life. And it's just a quick thank you for all those guys and girls who have subscribed to my channel. Never thought I'd get to 100. Now just reached 2,000 with an average of 650 views per video. Outstanding, really. I never really thought I'd get to that. Anyway, this is this week's show. So I'm going to start off with pictures of the week. We're going to move on to climates, go on to markets, and throw a bit of news in between. Dave's show's going. I really didn't mean to do this over Dave's show. There's no intent there. I will be seeing Dave next Saturday and Sunday. I'm up in Pitsamalock. I'm up in Konkan. I'm up in, where else am we going? We're going to Buriram and Sarin and Konkan and blah. We're doing a bit of a tour. We are doing a bit of a tour, to say the least. So let's crack on with the show. So this is the pictures of the week. We went down to Lame AP Beach last week, which was amazing. This is my beautiful wife and daughter, Anna and Prai, and we had a fantastic time on the beach, and I got burnt to pieces. I've released some videos. If you want to see them, feel free. You know, I've done 3 videos on it and just throw music to it. There's no talking. It's all about music and good food. So we went down there with a few friends last week. Everybody was invited, and those who wanted to come came, and those who didn't stayed at home. This is some of the food we had. So we had like the chili, garlic, sea bass, and this dish in the middle is like a sea bass, which is they mince up the meat and they turn it into a bit of a kapow. A little bit spicy, but very, very pleasant. And the one on the right is a what's that? It's a fried fish. And then obviously you got Thai salads in the background. We ate Thai food and we ate Italian food on the beach. Lame AP Beach is one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. It's well up there, and I really enjoy it. And so did the guys. So you can see we all went down there relaxing. Prai looked after us all. She prepared all the food. We ordered the food, and she just prepared it, looked after every one of us. We all just sat there and we got served, which was marvellous. And that's John and Dave and Jim. And we just had a marvellous, marvellous, marvellous time down there. We really did have a great day out. And, yeah, it was, everyone had a great time. And this is Daz come as well. And Richard, lovely guy. And this is Gary. Me and Gary are starting our tour tomorrow. Yes, bring it on, baby. Bring it on. We're on our grand tour. And we've got to pick up Anna and Prai on the way. We're staying up some very, nice hotels. And we're going to go to some very nice restaurants. So anyone got any suggestions for restaurants on our tour, please let us know. And this was, we stopped off at the Sun and Moon, which is just to the east of Rayong. The Sun and Moon restaurant, which is right by the sea. It's a great expat bar, really nice place. Mark in Thailand got me into this place, and we love it. We love it there. We just stop off there on the way back. It's about halfway home for us. So it's ideal. We stop off there for a toilet break, have a drink, just to give Steve some more trade, because Steve is he's British, but he worked in Australia a long time, and he's just a really, really genuine, nice guy. So we went along supporting his bar. We bumped into somebody who recognised Daz. So he didn't know any of us, but he knew Daz from Chuck's video. So it was quite funny, really. But Daz is such a great guy anyway. This is the guy who recognised Daz. That's why we're all laughing. He didn't ask for an autograph, but he was a really nice gentleman. We went up to Valley View Restaurant in a week and another great meal up there. I went down to the beach one evening. Very, very pleasant. This is the beach where I live. This is Phayun Beach. It's very nice, very quiet. I go down there occasionally, and this is getting like sunset time. Very, very nice sitting underneath the trees. And then went to a market on Phayun Beach, and this has had all the bugs. So this is like all the cockroaches, all the grasshoppers, etc., etc. Everyone had a great time there. We had a marvelous time on the beach. And then Anna saw this gold mask in Robinson's and she said, "Dad, gold, gold, photograph me." So I had to photograph her in front of the gold. While we was on Phayun Beach, you got these like quails. Some people think these are chickens, but they're not. These are actually quails. And they're barbecued quails. Very, very nice they are. Very pleasant. And they're covered in like honey and sesame seed. Very nice. This is my new car on the right. I'm going to be getting this new car. And I'll put the pictures up when I get the car. But at the moment, this is the new car. It's a 12-week order, but I'm going to be waiting a little bit longer because I want the 2023 model, 2024 registration. So I've just got to wait a few months. I've got the money. I just need to order the car, but it's 12. This is a leather interior. Very, very nice. It's not an SUV. It's just a saloon. This is all I need because I only really go between here and John TM and Pattaya. And this is the Phayun street food. Absolutely amazing. There were so many different types of food down there from all around the world. This is our land. It's a small piece of land. This wall is 3 meters, 3.2 meters. And I had the land cleared and it burnt. And that's the way it goes. Then we went to Peaky Blinders and we had cinnamon rolls and we also had some potato rolls. And then this is a soup out of Cajun Lifestyle. Very, very nice. This is one of the massages. Me, Daz, John. Every time we go for something to eat now, we go for a massage afterwards. It's just a nice way to finish off the lunch because our lunches are quite long. Our lunches are anything between 1 hour, 30 minutes up to like 3-4 hours. So after sitting down for a long time, it's just nice to get a nice, good foot massage. Daz has got a marvelous place for a foot massage. Really, really good place for massage. It's the best foot massage I've had in Pattaya. The place is really, really busy as well. Really good people working there. No funny business. It's a straight up massage place. Really nice. We all met up at the Wombat. So this is Meow, Jim, John, AJ. We met Tip there and we met Al Unedited. Yeah, he was there as well. Very nice guy, very, very pleasant. And we just had a really nice morning there with Steve. Saw Steve, haven't seen him for a long time. And Wombat was looking very good and very busy as always. And we had some great food there. Afterwards, later on in the day, me and Jim, because we like to get away from the women, we went down to Central Festival. And we ate in Central Festival. I highly recommend this. This food in here was top drawer food. And it was cheap. It wasn't expensive. Right. Don't forget, I don't give any advice on living here in Thailand or anything. You know, you got to do what you want to do. If somebody wants to ask my opinion, I'm more than willing to give it in an email or whatever. All the expert links are in the description. So if you go down there, all the expert links are all there. That's for health insurance, visas, driving license, and a lot more. But if you need anything else, just give us a shout on that. But I don't really get involved on that because at the moment I'm helping a lot of digital nomads who are trying to relocate to Thailand. And don't forget Exeter's pyramid. You know, we are living in dangerous times at the moment, people. Don't forget, keep a good amount of cash on you. Keep a good amount of gold on you. You know, physical gold. You need physical gold. You need to keep physical gold and paper money. Because one of these days, the ATM might not be coughing out the money. You know, we're in dangerous times. Hello, gorgeous Thailand. How you doing? My email somewhere in the link here. If you email me, I will send you my QR code and we can hook up. No problem at all. I know what you're going through, brother. Seriously, I've been there. My first wife, 3 kids. You know, she was a total CUNT. Absolutely a nightmare. In fact, that was 30 years ago. And in 30 years ago, I've never spoke to her in 30 years. Complete bitch. And that's as good as it gets. Don't forget, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. Do your own due diligence. Don't invest in any of these Ponzi schemes. It's really important that you do your own, looking after yourself, really, there. So what did I say we do next? Climate. Here we go. Climate. Well, it's got a lot better down here recently. It's got a lot better down here recently. All the other thing, gorgeous Thailand, if you ever need somebody to talk to, I'm here 24 hours a day. Yeah, because I know exactly what you're going through. Seriously, it's shit. It's fucking... When you said, I've got to wait for my son to wake up, that was one of my worst days in my life. Chiang Mai is the most polluted city in the world. We're down here in Rayong. We have nice, clean air down here. It's very, very nice. And it's been a lot better. The wind is generally coming from the north. So it's coming from the bottom of the map going upwards. So we're quite lucky. Over here in Little America, or PKK, they've still got a lot of pollution over in that area. Our area here stays very clear normally, generally. This year's been the worst year. This is Chiang Rai and Chiang Mai. Could you live there? The answer is simply no. I reckon the nomads are going to be leaving here in droves. The hospitals must be inundated with cases of breathing problems. This is your worst nightmare living in this area. You never want to be living in a red area, not even for one day. And this has been like this for like 3 months now. Crazy. This is northern Thailand. You can see the redness. You're looking for green, there's no green on here. You've got one somewhere up here in China, top right corner. But everything else is just amber and this dark red. These numbers, these are ridiculous numbers. This is the south of Thailand where we are. As you see, Bangkok is going like pinkish, but the air quality in the south is getting a lot better now. It's a lot better in the south. And this is Asia. So you've got India on the left and you've got the Philippines on the right. You can see that China's starting to clear up, but you can just see this Laos, northern Thailand, Myanmar, and India and Bangladesh. You can go and live up here in the Himalayas, but it's totally green, or the Philippines, totally green. But as you can see, this is no place to live with this air quality. Can I go back one? View last slide. Yeah, so this is the fire map of NASA fire map. You can see this part of Asia, we are still alight. Look at these fires. This is crazy, and this is why, they're going about all this new green economy and blah, 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 and but look at these fires. Khon Kaen is looking up. I think it's looking okay, Khon Kaen. You don't want to go much further north than Khon Kaen. You're lucky because those mountains are stopping it coming down from the south. I think you got those mountains just above you. And this is Europe. This is showing Europe. Now I took these 2 screenshots at exactly the same time. This is the whole of Europe. Now the whole of Europe is going green, and like saying no cars and blah blah blah. It's responsible for about 3% of the world's pollution. Come on, it's just it's just bullshit. There's no fires. Look, the air quality in Europe is unbelievable. That's the air quality in Europe. Look, compared to Asia, and they're going on. Oh, we must do this to save the planet. We must. Yeah, don't worry about Europe. Europe's doing fine. Look at fucking Asia, and India, and China. Come on. So sorry about that. I had to have a little rant. Be careful, guys. Don't accept no presents off of anybody. Some young lady took a present off somebody. Turned out she had 10 kilos of cocaine in there. So she's going to be doing life in prison in and it's not good. You know, I'm not gloating about this. You know, if she was an innocent person in this, I'm sorry, it's bad. You know, 4 people dead. This is the start of Songkran. You know, people drinking and driving. In here, 4 people died, including one woman who was pregnant as well. So it's like five people. You know, it's not good. Another Phayun. He drove into this post. He's wearing a pair of flip-flops, a pair of shorts, a T-shirt, no helmet, no mask, no ID, no passport. He's dead. He's sitting in the morgue waiting for the body to be claimed. They don't know who he is because his head got so badly smashed up in the into that post. So just be careful, guys. Yeah, you know, and this is another 2 Phayun killed on a bike. It's just not good. You know, just be careful when you come here. If you're driving motorbikes, you must have the correct driving license. If you haven't got the correct driving license and you've got travel insurance, your travel insurance is void and your family will have to e-beg to get you back home. I always talk about it because it does concern me. You know, I'd hate for somebody to have to e-beg for me. And that was that one. Right, so that was quick. Oh, that was good. We're looking good. And now we're going to go climb it. And we're going to do markets. And here we go. Right, here we go. Straight into the markets. Well, a lot of people were saying in the press that the dollar's finished. This is a total smoke screen, people. The dollar is not finished. It will not be finished for years. It's responsible for about 70 to 90% of the world's transactions in FX. It's also responsible for 60% of the world's debt. So the idea, you think about it, all right? I'm going to give you the equivalent of $1 million Chinese yuan or 100,000 US dollars. What are you going to take? I'm going to take the US dollars all day long because the yuan is just monopoly money. Do you understand? It is not real money because they just print it as they need it. They print it. Yeah. I'm not saying the US and the other countries don't, but there's more control. There's more faith in the USD than what there is in the yuan. The only place you can use it is China. And do you really want to be living in a country like that where they're not even letting their citizens take their money out of the country? So the idea of these people saying the dollar's dead is total BS. Exchange rate. Right, the exchange rate. As you know, like last month, we got up to about 35. And I'm looking this month to get back to 35 again. We're above the trend line and we're looking good. So hopefully, if it gets to 35 between now and the end of April, I will bring the money over because I have to bring the money over every month, you know, so just to stay in line with my visa. I have the money in the bank as well, but it just makes applying for your visa so much easier when you bring money over on a monthly basis and you've got the money in the bank because they've got nothing to argue about. Australia dollar, still weak. It's trying, but it's just not enough. And now it's moving below the moving average. This is going to struggle this month to get to 23. You know, you might get up to 22.9 if you're lucky. You know, but it is really, really struggling. I don't know what's going on with the Aussie economy, but that is really struggling. The GP pound is doing quite well, but it's just hit the moving average. So the likelihood is it'll probably bounce down from there. Or it could go up. But you got 42. So if you're getting 42, it's probably a fair exchange rate. The S&P 500. Here we go. S&P 500. The S&P 500, well, I can see this bouncing up a little bit, but then I can see it getting knocked back. You know, the banking crisis has not gone away. I'm not doing so many bank charts this week, but it's not gone away. I'm covering more the dollar this week because, as I say, these people are saying when the dollar's finished, they really don't know anything about economics. They got no idea whatsoever. Yeah. What is going to replace the USD? What is going to replace it? They're not going to replace it with gold because there's not enough gold in the world. They're not going to replace it with crypto. They're not going to replace it with yuan. They're not going to replace it with Japanese yen because they're bankrupt anyway. Japan's bankrupt. And the euro, well, I'm sorry, the euro's monopoly money like the yuan. Crude oil, well, crude oil's going back up here. Had a bit of a spring back earlier in the week. I do like crude oil, but I'm looking for a crude oil to come back down to 65 before I buy some more of it. I do like crude oil, but if we're heading for this recession, as I think we are, then I believe this crude oil price will drop. Natural gas, I see this as the opportunity of a lifetime for a lot of people. I love natural gas. Never traded it, never had it. I'm a gold, platinum, silver, palladium person, copper, wheat, water. So I've never traded in this. But this is getting down to a point where it's only reached this twice in 30 years. And every time it's reached this point, so if it goes down to 150, I'm in big time. And you can get over a period of time. So if I put like 100,000 into that, leave it there for 10 years, there's a good chance that I'm going to tenfold my money. So from 100,000, I turn that into $1 million just by leaving it there for 10 years. At some stage, I'm going to get to a point where I can just say, right, bang, cash out. Gold. Gold's on the spring up, as we all know. And again, even the mainstream press are talking about gold. I'm one of the biggest gold bugs out there, yeah? I would not buy gold at the moment. In the local Thai gold shops at the moment, a bar of gold is 32,350. Totally overpriced. When the recession comes, gold will come down as well. If you've got physical gold and you're holding physical gold or silver or platinum or palladium, hold on to it. Do not sell it at the moment. You know, I was in Rayong last week. Shop was full, absolutely full of people buying gold and selling gold. At the moment, I wouldn't buy gold. I've sold gold, but I wouldn't buy gold because it's overpriced. Platinum. Looks like the way this is going, it's going to go to 1,100. Now, platinum is one of my favorite trades. I love trading platinum, but really, I'm waiting for the recession to come and this to come down to about 600. Until then, I'm not trading in it. I'm just sitting on the sideline in cash. This is the biggest cash position I've ever been in my entire life. I've never had this amount of cash ever in my life because I've always had my money invested. But when I talk to when I talk to one of my friends who's also converted a lot of stuff into cash, and when I look at somebody like Warren Buffett has got more cash at the moment than he's ever held in his entire life, and he's holding it because when it all crashes, he's going to pick it up at the bottom for pennies. As I say, I like physical silver. I don't like trading paper silver. Bitcoin. Good news, bad news. Good news is you're holding at 28. Bad news is you can't cross 30. If this carries on, this is going to come down. I still think Bitcoin's going to come down to 10 grand. So, you know, when the recession comes, that'll go down as well. You know, it's just the way it is. Dixie come down in a week. Somebody was saying it was going to be 100 by Monday. I can't see it being 100 by Monday. It's still over 100. It's 102, and it's above the moving average. I can honestly see the Dixie recovering and going higher. But it could go either way. At the moment, we are living in turbulent times, you know. Right, this is a trader's map. And it's some of the things I really look at and take a lot of notice of. This comes from a website called thetechnicaltraders.com. And the guy behind this is a pure genius. And this is one of their charts. So if you go back to basing, so before COVID, 2018, and then we started to pick up, and then we had the beginning of COVID, and the market took off, and it came down, and you got this topping side. We're in the topping stage, guys. I believe the market, same as this guy does this chart, I believe we're going to actually go all the way back to where we was in 2018. So if you're in profit and you want cash and you're in shares, convert to cash at the moment because you're better off picking up gold, silver, Bitcoin when it's all down here. Then at the moment, they're getting you all to going up here. But this is going to crash. This market is going to crash. We're in so much trouble, seriously. And again, you know, you're up here. A lot of people got out, like Elon Musk. He cashed all his shares up here in the euphoria. That's when he cashed his shares. And now it's going to bubble along. There's going to be a lot of anxiety, a lot of denial, a lot of panic, a lot of anger, and there's going to be a lot of depression. And that's not only depression in the market, there's going to be a lot of depression as in people getting depressed. People's savings and pension funds will get wiped out. And again, this is the basing. This is how the chart works. So really, we're in the topping stage at the moment, and next is going to be decline and basing. This is the Fed's charts of the chance of a recession. If you look at this chart, going all the way back to 1961, every time it's got above it, apart from this one here in 1967, but then we hit it big time in 1971. I'm so old because I'm an old bastard. So in 1971, we was down to a 3-day week. We was down to power cuts, everything. We was in a really, really bad way here, you know. Thanks, Phayun, for coming in and popping by. This is the, every time you see a grey zone here, it's depression. So every time it comes up to this mark, this red mark I put in, this level, look where we are now. We're well above it. We are in real, real trouble, guys. And this is the chart of death since Wuhan. So this is the US dollar. So this is how we stand. This chart's probably like more or less relevant to now. Yeah. But you can see 60% of the world currency is US dollars and debt. And that is also US debt. 20% is in euros. But the only reason why the euro is so high is because euro nations can only trade with each other in euros. And it's a false figure. It's a bullshit figure. That is just like monopoly money. The yen, 5%. Sorry about that. Active mouse. Last view. So we got the yen. Then we got the pound sterling at 5%. You got the RMB, which is down here, which is was that the South African currency, and all other currencies come to 8%. You know, the dollar is so powerful. And if you look at the Americas, like nearly 100% of the trades are done in dollars. In Asia Pacific, up to 80%. If you go across to the rest of the world, it's also 80%. It's only in Europe where the dollar isn't used. You know, they just use the euro there. Anyway, you can see what's happened. The Chinese dude and the Russian dude have got together, shaking hands. They love each other. And all I'd say to you is stay strong, stay safe. Do not believe the mainstream media. They are feeding us bullshit. Thanks very much for coming to the show this week, guys. I know a lot of you picked this up later. I say I'm really, really surprised. I only thought I was only going to get about 20 views on these live videos. I never ever thought each one was going to come out like to 200 views. So I'm quite shocked. But give us a thumbs up and have a great day. And all those guys who I'll see those guys at lunch. So until then, stay safe, and I will see you on my travels with Gary. Bye.